Okay, tonight I'm testing these masks, which are sealed and sent to me by a lovely fellow who wants us to be safe and wear safe ones. So they're called Ms. Fixit, and I'm just going to pause this while I set it up. Alright. Now it's quite noticeable that these masks are different. They look very well made. They don't have the fancy stamps and markings on the other ones. The, circles in the corners down here and things like that. This is the nose bit where you squeeze in over your nose. Let's see if I can get better light. Okay, there we go. Now these are sealed, packs of 10. This lovely gentleman sent me a carton of 150 10 packs. So, and he's checking back with me tomorrow. If only other departments and people were so easy and lovely to deal with. Lovely fella. Started with a phone call, and these were here the same day he was sending them, so I don't know how he did that, but that was awesome. And we're going to see. So now these masks are imported, but they're to Australian standard, which brings attention to the fact that this is something that I've been concerned about with the other video, with the other tests. We had one clean test, and the affected test was the same mask both times. My concern is that the government has not jumped on this. They've kind of brushed me off. Greg Hunt's department said they sent the email through with the videos to his department. Now, he is the health minister, so it rests with him. There doesn't seem to be any concern about a possible biological threat, which is pretty remiss of them in our current geopolitical global state, where we have two countries that would be arguably having a vested interest in our country. We're registered to USA Inc., which is now a bankrupt and collapsed entity. However, China, who we've borrowed a lot of money from, own a lot of our country, our physical land and rights to our water, apparently, because of all the money that we've borrowed from them. Now, China is in a difficult situation where they're trying to take down the CCP, so the Communist Party is being brought down by Xi Jinping, who wants trying to be a republic, and we're all aware of what's going on with Taiwan as well. So Australia is in a precarious position. The fact that I've been brushed off, that nobody thinks that it's at all having any gravity that I had that mask on and breathed them in. They were on a table, as I said, at Big W, and other people grabbed it. I have not received a phone call from Big W as yet, although I did send a slightly more aggravated email this evening, expecting a call tomorrow. That being said, I've done everything to support Woolworths because Woolworths support the people during times of crisis. Okay, so I have to say so far, good on you, Andrew, because by now, on the other test, it was crawling. There is nothing I'm seeing here. Nothing. So, which still raises the question for me, if Andrew's products are safe and clean, which they apparently are, then you have to wonder who the supplier is that's supplying the infested masks, or who suppliers are, and where they're derived from. Being that China is a split situation right now, the CCP, bear in mind that's who they pointed the finger at for the coronavirus, even though I reiterate, I did a patent check on that right at the beginning. I did a full patent search on coronavirus and it turned up in Purbright Institute in Canada. So if it was taken from Canada to Wuhan, it's easy to point fingers. But I found pages of the so-called mutant corona. It was so many variants, HIV, SARS, MERS, and other viruses or diseases, we call them, that came from animals. And all of the vaccines, all patented to Purbright Institute on the same long script of pages. So, if China got it and China did this, it still begs the question, why isn't Greg Hunt's office, and Greg Hunt and his health ministry, why aren't they taking this more seriously and realising the gravity here? Now, one would suppose there's two questions here. Either they know all about it or they know nothing. In which case you would think that they would be concerned about biological threat. This, not this mask, but the other tests are a biological threat. Okay, so it appears very clearly there's nothing dangerous or amiss here. My camera's on the highest zoom there, which is how it picked up the others that can't be seen by the naked eye. I could not see any of them by the naked eye. So, what I would say is if we get stuck with wearing these, personally I'm not wearing one again, I'm going back to my non-conformity and being happy about it, but that, you just saw me check it in front of you. This is the brand, and the fella that contacted me, his name's Andrew, he's lovely. Okay, he got this carton full here so quickly. He was very, very confident in his product, without a question. So I would say, if you're worried and if you're going to get anything, these are available from Woolworths. Ms. Fixit. Okay, so you've just seen the test for yourself. I'm not going to go through and test all 10 in the pack. It was a sealed pack. It would be very unlikely that anything would survive in that anyway, just because it's a sealed pack. But we're not getting anything out of this mask at all. So I highly recommend, and it's, I'm just doing the tests that everyone else is doing on the internet, but you can see there's nothing. There's none of the black strands which have been associated with the Morgellons, and then there's none of those little white wrigglers that we still don't know what they are. So at this point, except for my silly shadows, just the way that my camera is, you can see when I do that is just a shadow. Okay, so I highly recommend that this would be a safe option. So I thank Andrew very much for his help with this. He does import them and he keeps a very close eye on the process and everything. It's a clean operation. So I hope this helps, and thank you so much, Andrew. Thank you for your help.